Now, the next topic is that I would like to just kind of bring this up a little bit more globally, and we can one-on-one about this after this call. So don't hesitate to call me or email me to discuss if you have questions. But going through the quarterly business review here internally and reviewing our financials, I recognize that there are some instances where we may not be documenting our medical revenue under the appropriate office number. In some cases, we're putting career numbers under our primary office number. In some cases, we're running traditional clinical staffing through the wrong pay bill office number. All of that is fine. We can resolve those for moving forward, but it's vital and very important that we document all clinical staffing under your medical office number. Those numbers are what generates the money that goes into my budget to buy more resources that we can then provide back to you to continue the growth of this department. So one by one, I would like to just make myself available. Let's talk about how we can maybe document in the award system if that's where you're documenting properly, or move business that might be in the wrong impact database to the SMS database. There should be absolutely no negative effects to you on how that looks on your overall office totals or your distribution numbers. Once we have those numbers, it doesn't matter what office number it falls under, it all rolls up under your primary, and your numbers will look the same regardless of which section you're putting in. It just helps internally for Snelling to know where that revenue is coming from so that we can obviously have better and more resources to provide back to you in the field. Just as an example, one of the new projects that we are working on currently, and I will be talking to each of you individually as we move forward and get a little bit closer to this being a reality, is that I would like to have a billboard put in each of your markets in the medical district, or maybe look at advertising on a mass transit bus line that would be in areas that would be high traffic for medical workers or medical clients. So of course I'll need to work with each of you individually to tell me exactly where those areas are and where you think that would be ideal. But because of the revenue that we've established up to this point, we have the ability to do that. And I would like to do a whole lot more of that as we move forward, but we need to make sure that we're documenting our financials correctly. So if you have questions that would be good for everyone, go ahead and ask me now. If you would rather one-on-one, just please send me an email or give me a call, and I'll make time to talk to you about it and do whatever I can to help you start documenting it correctly moving forward, as well as moving what's done prior to this point in the year 2012 over to the appropriate office number, so that will then roll into our financials for the end of this year. So is there any questions that might be useful for the rest of the group to hear?